So I don't know if you noticed, but we are doing things a little out of our normal order. And this is one of those things when in seminary, they say, don't tell the people because no one really notices. But I want to tell you that we're doing things a little out of order because there's been a song on my mind lately. It's by Carrie Newcomer called Sanctuary. And I've been thinking about this song for quite some time, and it's one of those songs that I pull up when I need sanctuary. When I'm having a time when I'm in the middle of my feels and I need a song. Carrie Newcomer's Sanctuary is what I go to. And I'm going to share some of the lyrics with you while I'm talking, and we will end and lead into meditation with the song. So that's why we're doing things a little out of order. So Sanctuary has this lyric. Will you be my refuge, my haven in the storm? Will you keep the embers warm when my fire's all but gone? And I love the image of keeping embers warm because the ask isn't, come and relight my fire. It isn't, come and fix me. It is, hold refuge. Keep the embers warm. Be gentle with me, because that's all I can handle right now. Have you ever been in a state where you know that things are going to get better, but in the moment you don't have the energy? You just need to go small and within and be held. Maybe not literally, but maybe literally. To be held in a sanctuary. And our sanctuary can be friends, am I going out? A lover, a partner, a community. Our sanctuary can be any of those things. Here at Unity by the Bay, we have community. And not only to come and be with like-minded people, maybe being inspired or learn and expand in your spiritual growth, but we can come here and find sanctuary in each other. Sanctuary isn't about being spiritually on all the time. One of the things that I speak with my colleagues about this belief that ministers have to be spiritually on all the time. Any of you who've worked closely with me knows that I don't abide by that belief system. Yeah. Because it isn't about performing and being spiritual. It's about bringing the truth of our spirituality to our everyday lives and living from that. Living from the teachings that we know to be true. And sometimes when life gets hard, we need sanctuary. Sometimes we seek sanctuary, and sometimes sanctuary is what we need to become. So one, we might need sanctuary and we go to our friends, we go to our spiritual community, we go to our partner, we go to, for me it's the trees. I go and I find some trees and it's as if they commune with me and tell me that whatever I'm going through is temporary and it's going to be okay. And sometimes we need to be the sanctuary for others. When your friends come to you, is it hard not to try to fix their problem? Right? Because we care about our friends. We care about them. And when they come to us, we want their discomfort, their pain to go away. Here, let me fix that for you, so you don't have to experience this discomfort. But being a true sanctuary for our friends and loved ones is having the ability to hold them. Again, it might be literally, but it could be figuratively. Hold them in sacred space. Keep their embers warm. Don't work on fixing them or their problems, but be there for them and hold them in your space of gentleness, your space of sanctuary. The song says, "You can rest here in this chapel, or with a circle of friends, or quiet grove of trees, or between two bookends." Sanctuary is anywhere that we go where we don't feel we are carrying life alone. So again, sometimes we need to find sanctuary, to be sanctuary for others. And let's not forget one of the core of unity teachings, that sanctuary that is within. And that is not because we're meant to be these islands of self-sufficiency. You know, I'm having a hard time get out the world and go within and be all by my lonely self, and I will just be here by my lonesome, and that's it, and I don't need anybody because I'm really strong, and I just will do life over here in the corner by myself when I'm feeling bad so I don't make anyone else feel bad. Does anybody do that? You don't have to admit it. I know you do. When we go within and find that sacred core of our being, the part of us that is a sanctuary, the core of who and what we are, but also the part of us that is connected to that transcendence of divinity, that transcendence of God, the entirety of the universe. That is our inner sanctuary. And I have more lyrics. Oh, I love this line. Will you remember and bring me sprigs of rosemary? Who knows what rosemary represents? It's an old time. Remembrance. Yeah. Rosemary represents remembrance. And I like to think that line in the song, will you bring me sprigs of rosemary, is asking, will you remember me? And maybe help me remember who I am. Because I know when I'm in the midst of grief, or I'm hurting, I forget what a fabulous divine being I am. I forget. And those who provide sanctuary for us help us remember. And I love the image of rosemary and holding rosemary for each other. And I think of my favorite bread, which is rosemary focaccia. Rosemary focaccia bread from the Black Market Bakery. Right? Some of you have had it. It's fabulous. And when we can remember for each other who and what we are, both I can remember who and what you are, and you can remember who and what I am, and we can hold space for each other until we're ready to carry on. That is sanctuary. That is spiritual practice in everyday life. And there's one more lyric. Because sanctuary isn't a place where everybody has it together. Sanctuary isn't a place where everything's perfect, right? It's the place where we don't have to pretend to have it all together. It's the place where we don't have to pretend to be something that we're not. I can be authentic because I belong in this sanctuary. I don't have to alter who I am in this moment to fit into this sanctuary. That's not sanctuary. Here's another lyric. In a state of true believers, on streets called us and them, it's going to take some time till the world feels safe again. Sometimes we need sanctuary not only from our personal storms, but the collective storms. Is there anything happening in the world right now that stresses you out? Are there any people in your world right now that knock you off your center? Yeah. And that's not right or wrong. We put these ideas of right and wrong out there, and you might say, well, some things are blatantly wrong. Okay. I have a list in my head. But when we think of the experience we have bearing witness, the experience we have collecting stimuli of what's happening in the world, when we start saying things are right and wrong, we get ourselves in a state of agitation. And one of the things that I do is I go to my inner sanctuary. This thing that's happening in the world, and pick an innocent, a child, vulnerable adult, a disenfranchised group of people. Pick an innocent. It's easy to say this person or those people is bad and wrong. So when I bear witness to that, I see that, I hear stories, I watch the news, I might witness something in real time with my own eyes. I go to my inner sanctuary and I recognize that I am hurt by what I am witnessing. I am feeling pain and discomfort by what I'm witnessing. And I go to my inner sanctuary, what is mine to do in this moment? And I trust what I find in sanctuary. I trust what I find there. Sometimes the answer might be remove yourself from this, because this is not mine to fix, worry about, or do anything about. Sometimes the answer might be provide sanctuary for the wounded, for the hurt. Sometimes the answer might be, pick up a picket sign. None of those answers are right or wrong. It's not wrong to say, I can't handle this right now. I'm going to remove myself. That's not wrong. There's no right or wrong in that. I ask myself, what is mine to do? Not what should somebody do. What is mine to do? And I have confidence that enough other people will do the same and ask themselves the same question, and they will do what is theirs to do. It's somebody's to do to picket, to pick up a sign and march. I know that used to be my go-to. And as I've aged and as my focus has gone elsewhere, less and less often that is mine to do. I think the last time I was involved in a march was maybe 4 years ago. Sanctuary is about those quiet inner times and those quiet times we share with other people. And it's also about listening to yourself, the highest part of yourself, the part of you that is this close, this entangled with divinity, that it's so entangled that it cannot be separated. The part of you that is so sacred that it is not tainted by the happenings of life, by the part of your ego that just wants your own way. The part of you that is pure and holy and sacred. Okay, I thought I had one more quote. I can't find it. So when we listen to this song, I invite you to, if you're comfortable, have your eyes closed. Listen to the lyrics, the melody, the music. Open yourself up and see if you can find sanctuary in the song. Imagine being held in this moment. As the music plays, see if you can be held by it. Even if music isn't your thing, some of us are big music people. And some of us are like, yeah, music's great. Even if you're a, music's great kind of person, see if you can open yourself up to being held by this song. And you might just have that experience, or you might ask yourself the question, where do I find sanctuary? Who are my people? Can I say to another human being, I need to be held? I need to sit in your presence and not say a word. I need you to look me in my eye and just tell me that everything's going to be okay. Whatever happens, you're going to love me. End of this challenge. Can you say that to anyone? So one, who are the people that are your sanctuary, or where are the places that are your sanctuary? And two, am I willing to be a sanctuary for others? Can I have someone come to me without me having the urge to fix them? Can I be present with someone else's discomfort and just be there and tell them that everything's going to be okay and I love you and I will still love you at the end of this challenge? So if you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes, maybe shake off the intellectual exercise of what we've just done, and really allow yourself to experience sanctuary.
Be my refuge, my haven in the storm. Will you keep the embers warm when my fire's all but gone? Will you remember and bring me sprigs of rosemary? Be my sanctuary till I can carry on, carry on, carry on. This one knocked me to the ground, this one dropped me to my knees. I should have seen it coming, but it surprised me. Will you be my refuge, my haven in the storm? Will you keep the embers warm when my fire's all but gone? Will you remember and bring me sprigs of rosemary? Be my sanctuary till I can carry on, carry on, carry on. In a state of true believers, on streets called us and them, it's gonna take some time until the world feels safe again. Will you be my refuge, my haven in the storm? Will you keep the embers warm when my fire's all but gone? Will you remember and bring me sprigs of rosemary? Be my sanctuary You can rest here in this chapel with a circle of friends, a quiet grove of trees, or between two bookends. Will you be my refuge, my haven in the storm? Will you keep the embers warm when my fire's all gone? Will you remember and bring me sprigs of rosemary? Be my sanctuary till I can carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on.
We all need sanctuary. We can cultivate it within, and we can be it for each other. And that will nurture love and healing in ourselves and others. Namaste.